everybody, the critic here, reporting from our hotel room in Tilburg. Because as I told you before in my previous video, today I will be attending the show from Sonata Arctica in the O13 here in Tilburg. I am really excited, and I hope everybody else is as well. And well, this is kind of my introduction to the whole thing, so I will keep you posted as the evening progresses. In a few hours I will be doing an interview with Henrik, and I'm really excited for it. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for now. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video of today, and I'm sure you will, because I will enjoy myself really much today. Pretty sure. So, let's turn now the camera and introduce you to my fine colleague who is filming right now. That's my brother, that's Tom.
I'm the brother of Linda.
Yeah.
So, and we're gonna go to Sonata Arctica tonight. Can't wait.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. I'm really excited. Right. So, yeah, you're back in the Netherlands, in Tilburg. You played here before. How does it feel being back?
Oh, it's good. I mean, the venue is really nice. We just had some nice dinner, so I'm just struggling to stay awake because I ate too much. But
so it will be great.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's a cool venue. I very much agree. So, you start touring again since last week. Actually on the day when the 9th Hour got released. Yep. So how's the tour going so far?
Well, so far this is the 3rd sold-out show, and we were close on a couple of occasions other than that as well, so it's going really well at the moment. And tomorrow we're going to play in London, and that's going to be show number 1000 for Sonata Arctica, so that's going to be interesting.
Wow. Impressive. So you have introduced a new set list.
Yeah.
During this tour, which of course with some new songs, but also some old songs that you haven't played in many years or never at all.
Yeah.
So, what made you guys decide on these particular songs?
Well, we did when we did Pariah's Child and the Pariah's Child Wardrobe. We also re-recorded Ecliptica, and we played a lot of those songs. And then we did some Ecliptica shows. We played a full album as well. And then when we started to talk about what we should play at this tour, we just thought that okay, we need to switch it around and not just play the same stuff
like
every time.
Refreshed
yeah.
set list.
So we hit the refresh button and started to dig into the other albums and see what we had, and then we realized some cool songs are still there that we haven't played. So, yeah, we got a couple of songs that we haven't played since 2003, and then of course the Power of One, which we played I think 2001 or something before either of us was in the band, and so there's a lot of interesting stuff going on, I think.
Yeah. At
least for us, I don't know. No, people feel, but it seems to like it. So.
Yeah, well, I saw what you played yesterday on the internet, and I was like, wow, that's a kick-ass set list. I mean, I see the Power of One live for the first time, so
yeah, okay.
That's really great. I'm really excited for that. So you also chose to have Twilight Force as support again on this tour. You had them support on your previous European tour also. I really think they are an awesome band, and I'm really glad you brought them along again. So why did you pick them again, and what do you think about their new album?
I haven't checked out the new album, but I did see their new video, and their new video is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were available and seemed to be fitting, and we talked about it because the previous tour was really short, and of course this one is a short one as well.
Yeah.
But so we wanted to go out with them, and we asked them, and they said yes, and that was it. So it's not really more complicated than that. Of course, there's always different things to take into account, like all the schedules have to fit and all that. But we were lucky, so we hit it, and they wanted to come. We had a good time with them last time, so why not?
I think the audience loved them as well. So
yeah,
I know they got a lot of fans from that last tour. Like all my friends said, "Oh, Twilight Force, they're so cool." They started to become big fans and such. So. But okay, let's talk about the new album. Of course, the 9th Hour. It's been out for a week now. I have read quite some reviews about it already, and 9 out of 10 were pretty damn positive. But what was the feedback you've got from it so far?
Well, I don't like to read reviews that much, but I think it's been good. But there's, of course, the way we do music, a lot of the songs require some time to listen to them to really understand what we're trying to say, and that is of course sometimes working against us. When you do a review, you just have like a day to listen to it, and you have to write it fast, and I don't think that's maybe the most or the best way for our music. But I think so far it's been the same like with every album. Some people hate it, and some people think it's the best one.
Yeah.
It's always the same thing. So it's really hard to try to read anything into it. You read some comments and then you start to think about it or something, because it's always the same. Somebody hates it, somebody loves it.
Yeah, so it's not really any more different than with the previous albums, the kind of
not really. I mean, we never made an album that everybody says is the best one ever, and
True.
we never made an album that everybody hated. So
yeah, people have personal opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought to myself while listening to this album, I saw a lot of, or heard a lot of similarities to your previous works. That's my personal opinion, but especially Winterheart's Guild and Days of Grace came to mind. And I'm really not the only one noticing this, because well, I'm very active on forums and such, and everybody says, wow, this is really something between Winterheart's Guild and the Days of Grace.
Okay.
So you see that the same, or do you think that's what the fans made of it?
Actually, when we started to make the album, I think Tony was saying that he's been listening Winterheart's Guild lately, and like that album that time a lot. So I think that might be the reason that you can find the similarity. But
especially Fairy Tale and Rise and Night.
Yeah.
Really struck me as well that this could be a Winterheart's Guild or anything.
Yeah, that might be true. It's of course, for us when we work on new music, we focus on that, and of course we try to make sure that we have what we do have some connection to what we've done before, which is obviously somehow ends up having. But yeah, that's an interesting. I didn't think about it that way, but I think it might be true. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So, what is your favorite song from the new album, and why?
To play or to listen, it's
Both, I
different.
think.
Yeah, Closer to an Animal is my favorite to play on live, because it's rocking and kicking song on live. Maybe listening wise, We Are What We Are, Among the Shooting Stars.
Nice.
Yeah, so what do you have left then?
You got 11 songs to choose from.
No, I think I also like to play live. I like to play Closer to an Animal. And of course now we start with the new tour. It's the first song. I'm gonna open the shows with that like forever or something. So it's but it has been like now when you start to play it, and then you see what direction the show is gonna go. You know, with the first few songs, and that's the first one, and it's also you get emotionally connected to whatever song it is that you start the tour with, because it also affects you. Like you're a bit nervous before going on stage, and then you go, and then finally you're not nervous anymore because you start to play and stuff like that. So all kinds of those emotions gets connected with the songs as well, that aren't there, of course, when you work on it. Like then you feel differently about stuff. But listening wise, maybe White Pearl Black Oceans. It's something we spent quite some time to make it right, and how it worked, and I think it turned out quite well. So.
Yeah, I think it turned out to be quite the epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was pretty. Yeah, very anxious to hear that one, because I always loved the first one. I was like, oh, what can I do for the second one? And it was really epicness on par with the first one, I think. So, talking about the songs, I think the most topical song you have done in quite a while is Fairy Tale, about the presidential elections in the United States. I think it's a really interesting topic right there. Daring, even at some point. So in Europe, it is a subject mostly laughed about or maybe mocked a bit, and the lyrics are sarcastic a bit as well. But one of those candidates will be a world leader pretty soon. Yeah. So in short, have you dug out your fallout shelter yet?
Yeah, no.
I think your speech.
I think it's really alarming that we are in a situation that one of these two will be the president of the United States, and it has taken a lot of like the position which is seen as the most powerful man or woman in the world, when you got these two clowns in the final race, it really takes down on how you look at things. And I think I would be very alarmed if I would live in the States. And we're laughing about it now, but I don't know how funny it actually is going to be. Either way, it turns out. But it's not the first time there has been problems with politics anywhere. So of course now when it's a big nation that like the end result can have huge repercussions and affect us in many different ways that we might not even know of yet. So, but it's definitely interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah. For zover, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. So, this album also contains a new chapter in the Caleb/Stalker saga, To Death Do Us Apart, and each chapter was so far not necessarily released in a chronological order.
Yeah.
And I was quite confused where this one actually is placed in the story.
I have no idea.
Me neither.
No, really? Tony didn't tell you.
I think he said at one point that this was like somewhere in the middle of the story, but in an alternate.
What?
What?
The hell?
No, the lights went out. Okay.
Maybe. Yes.
There it is
Yes,
again.
yes. Move it for too long.
All right. Well, that's gonna look good on me now.
Blooper.
No, we can cut it out. We can cut it out, of course.
No, you shouldn't.
No, that's true.
We shouldn't. We really should keep it in. This
Well,
is-
anyway, yeah. I think Tony said at one point that it's like in a parallel universe with some of the other story or some part of the storyline or something like that, but I can't remember. So I'm really confused as well because
We all are.
yeah. So, but I think eventually things will be cleared up at some point. I'm not sure if he even knows himself.
Okay.
Because he sometimes feel confused as well. So.
To me, it sounded more like a summary of the whole story, and there are other
Yeah.
people on like the fan club who just say, "Yeah, it's right between the end of this chapter and don't say a word." But I don't know. It's still an ongoing discussion.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of those things where Tony says, "Figure it out for yourself."
Yeah. Well, let us know when you know.
I will. So when releasing an album or something new, or for any band of any sorts, actually, there's often a problem that it will leak before the release date, or people pirating it. Especially Tony has made it quite clear how he thinks about that. But did you have a lot of problem with pirating or leaking with this album?
Actually, I haven't followed that.
Yeah, too much. I think there wasn't too many problems this time around.
Yeah.
I think one review leaked out.
Yeah, the from Australia. Was this
Yeah.
Australian website that?
Yeah, but that was I think that was not still any music going out. So,
No.
but not that I've heard of it. But then again, I don't follow it that much. I mean, I think for us, like we stand united in the way that we want to present the album on our own terms and make sure it sounds the way we want it to sound and show it to the world when we want to do it. And that is like the main problem that also pisses Tony off, that the first impression of the album is without cover work and some shitty MP3, then it gets like we want to present it properly and give people to actually see the whole picture. And so far I think it worked on this album, but you never know what's going to happen with the next ones.
I didn't see any leaks myself. I was keeping an eye on it, not for downloading purposes or anything, but just I was curious what happened. If people were that ignorant once again of putting it online before it was meant to be. But I didn't see a lot, but I could have missed something.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that we work with that also follow these things closely, and they didn't tell me anything, so probably it wasn't out. Maybe it wasn't.
So that's one problem less.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of concludes the end of my questions.
All right.
So do you have something to say to the viewers of my YouTube channel? It's called The Critic, by the way.
Okay.
So
Hello. How are you doing? Yeah, it's been really great for us here in Holland for a long time. And it seems to be continuing. We're going to come back in the spring. We're going to do a full European tour of 7 weeks, and there's some Dutch shows scheduling as well, which I of course don't remember right now because on that tour it's going to be about
Utrecht and one in Eindhoven.
Okay, so you know.
I remember.
Yeah, it's Yeah, we're gonna play. The tour is gonna be really long. It's gonna be around 40 shows or something like that. So we're gonna be sure to hit all the places that we missed this time around.
Great.
And see you all there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
So that was the concert. I'm fucking tired and my back hurts, but we had a great time once again. Sonata played awesomely, they were all happy, and I was happy, the audience was happy, band was happy, everybody happy. So yeah, I had an awesome night once again, and I completely went bananas. Especially Don't Say a Word, that's my all-time favorite. I freaking love that song. I managed to compose myself during the rest of the gig pretty nicely, I think. Not to annoy the people around me, but with that song I just have to go. So, yeah. What's left for us to do is wait for the band. That's what I usually do after a gig. I go stand by the backstage entrance and wait for them to come out for some hugs and some pictures and some autographs and a little chat and such. So I also had the interview for the show with Pasi and Henrik. As you can see before this part in the video, it went really well. So yeah, overall a very great evening. Great. very worthy evening of my 10th Sonata Arctica gig in my life. And also celebrating 10 years of being a Sonata Arctica fan, so this is quite a milestone. So, great evening. So everybody, end of the evening, no officially, we're back at the hotel, as you can see. Talking softly because it's late at night, people are asleep. As I said, we waited for the band, but we waited 2 hours in the rain for nothing, actually, because the band was tired and went straight to the bus. And well, you can't have everything, I guess, but they'll be back next spring in April. They'll be playing on April 1st, if I'm correct. I'm very tired, so please don't shoot me if I got my facts jumbled up, but April 1st they will play in the Effenaar in Eindhoven, and the day after, on April 2nd, they will be performing at Tivoli in Utrecht. So make sure to get your tickets, because tonight was amazing, and those nights will be amazing too. And like Tony always says, keep live music alive, buy those tickets, buy the album, and I'm going to bed.
Merchandise.
And buy the merchandise too. Thank you, brother. So, I'm going to bed, and last words, my dear cameraman / brother.
It was an awesome evening. It was a very good evening. Sonata Arctica in Tivoli in Tilburg. It was awesome.
In 013 Tilburg.
In the 013, in the 013 in Tilburg. Yes. I'm tired too. It's like 2 o'clock right now. Yeah. So it's very late. And we go to bed. Tomorrow let's go home. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It was a good evening.
It was.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.